There are 10 mistakes in freestyle that you're doing right now that world record holders never do. And it's slowing you down big time. In this video, I'm gonna show you the exact mistakes, the easy fixes, so that you can reach your full potential. Now, if you're doing at least 4 of these mistakes, you're in big trouble. Let's look at mistake number 1. Now, mistake number 1 is pushing off of every single wall in a bent up position instead of being maximally extended. If you start out this way, it's gonna set you up for a bad freestyle immediately. I mean, check this out. If you start off hunched over, you will swim with much more fatigue. The whole stroke will never be as effortless as it could be. If you push off the wall in a nice extended position with your body elongated, you become much more buoyant and the stroke becomes much more effortless. The key is to hold that extended position at all times, never stopping. You can learn to get your maximum buoyancy simply by holding onto the wall, stretching your body to the max, letting your shoulder blades sink in, and feel your lower half rise to the top. I get my athletes to push away from the wall and then gently kick back so they can feel that maximum buoyancy. I call this the Superman drill. It's so effective. Mistake number 2 is, of course, the dropped elbow when pulling back. Everybody knows that they should keep it high, but nobody talks about how they can get it up there. If you drop the elbow while you're swimming, it causes all kinds of havoc on your stroke. All right, when you push down with the dropped elbow, it causes you to be stuck just like this. Your shoulders are flat, you've got no pull on the water whatsoever. And when you try to pull back, it's just extremely weak. Now, to get that elbow up, it's a simple adjustment. All you have to do is rotate the shoulder inwards just like that, and all of a sudden we can get on top of the water and pull it back with power. Mistake number 3, swimming without maximum momentum. So many people are swimming and not getting the momentum and glide that they could just because of a few simple mistakes. And I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. Swimmers stop their momentum in 3 main ways. One is that they pull too soon. They stick their hand in the water and try to pull back immediately. This stops the glide. Number 2 is that they cross over. When you're crossing over, you initiate a snaking motion, which causes the body to lose momentum. And then number 3, they open up the hips way too wide. They reach out thinking that they're going for a maximum pull, but they open the hips so wide, it stops all their momentum completely. What we want to do to fix this is 2 simple drills. One is single arm with the other arm extended. Focus on pushing that extended arm forward and surfing on it. Fix number 2 is single arm, but with a 6 count in your head. Focus on pushing that extended arm forward and then bring the recovery around slowly. This causes you to think about the glide. Every pull you take, try to drive that extended arm even further. Mistake number 4 is simply pulling too soon. If you want to maximize your pull, you have to first allow yourself to set the catch. So many people, without realizing it, they think as soon as their arm enters, they've got to pull it back immediately. And that destroys the amount of water that they actually grab onto. If you want to let your arm come into the water, stretch out, rotate that shoulder inwards like we talked about before, and then pull with power. My favorite way to fix this is to take a kickboard and then do single arm with it. When the arm that's pulling goes in, make sure that it rotates past the front of the board and then pull back and try to drive the board forward. This causes you to set the arm before you pull back, and it helps so much. Mistake number 5, and this one is so common. If you come around for the pull, but your shoulder is way out here when you try to pull, you're never gonna get maximum water that will allow your biggest muscles of your body to be engaged. And a lot of times, this is not your fault. A lot of people who never came from swimming backgrounds, they have stiff and rigid shoulders. To improve that, they need to get their shoulder right here. This is the sweet spot of where you wanna be. But if you can't get there, I've got a routine called Morph Your Body into a Swimmer. Check the link in the description below, and it's gonna help unlock your freestyle technique that you've been trying for. Mistake number 6 is dropping the arm while going for a breath. If you do this, you're gonna slow down your momentum and create massive drag. It's simply going for a breath, and then before this arm comes around, this arm starts falling. And there's a super simple fix to that.
My all-time favorite fix for this is the classic catch-up stroke. You have to leave your arm up there and it has to touch the other arm before you pull with it. When you go and take a breath, you have to keep that arm up. When you force this in a drill, it makes it so much easier when you go back into normal freestyle swimming. One of my favorites.
Guys, if you're finding value in this content, give us a like, subscribe. It really helps us out. Appreciate it. Mistake number 7 is being stiff and rigid at all times. Freestyle swimming is a balance of being loose and firm at the correct time. Now, that might sound super simple, but so many people get this wrong. They're being stiff and rigid on the top when they're coming around completely flexed, and that's wasting all kinds of energy. Underneath the water, they're staying firm, which is good, but they're oftentimes being firm in the wrong way by dropping the elbow, staying flat, and just not using their power. And that's why they can be super strong, but not transfer that power into the water. To get the right balance, we need to do this.
What I want you to do to fix this is to do the fingertip drag drill. It's doing the catch-up stroke while dragging my fingertips on the surface of the water. If you look closely, that's what I'm doing here. In order to drag the fingertips, you have to stay very loose on top of the water and have control. Then the second drill is the windmill drill. You're throwing that arm in a windmill-like manner over the top, which requires looseness, and then you have no choice but to firm up as soon as your hand enters the water. These two drills can really help in the area of the proper balance between firm and relaxed in swimming.
Mistake number 8 is kicking from the knees. Not only is this dragging your whole body downwards and making your stroke even more difficult, it's just not doing anything for propulsion at all. As a matter of fact, it's pulling you backwards and downward. A lot of swimmers are bicycle kicking like this. When in proper freestyle kicking, you want to be kicking from the hip and you want to ricochet down to the ankles. Make sure that the ankles are floppy, and that's the next mistake. And that brings us to mistake number 9. If you have your ankles bent at 90 degrees and they're super stiff, that is pulling you backwards. And so many people do this. It's causing zero propulsion. You have to let them be loose and floppy, and that's what pushes you forward. And the floppiness is going to get its power when you initiate the kick from up here. A good way to learn how to get propulsion from the legs is actually leaning against the wall like this. Watch my leg right here. As I kick up from the hip, I'm trying to create a bubbling brook that you can see here. My foot is not breaking the surface of the water. It's just kicking from the hip, and the power is ricocheting from my floppy ankle. And that's what causes propulsion. If you do this with both feet, you can get some real power. All right, mistake number 10. So many people hold their hands the wrong way, and I see this all the time. When clients first start with me, they're trying to cup the water with their hand completely cupped, hands close together, or they're keeping their fingers spread way too out wide. The water's just gonna slip through. There is a sweet spot, and there's actually been a study done at the University of Toulouse that the sweet spot is between 3 and 8 millimeters. Now, you don't have to get out your measuring stick, but just have your fingers loosely spread apart, and then as soon as your hand enters the water, firm them up. And this slight little space in between the hand will actually make your hand bigger, and you can grab more water.
If you're making some of these mistakes but want to see more detail on how to fix them, or if you didn't see the mistake on this list that you're making, I have a free tool called the Freestyle Fix Finder. It will show you the exact steps and more detailed info on how to easily fix your issues in freestyle. You can find it in the link below, and it's super fast.
Now, if you're a triathlete and also do some running, we just created a brand new running channel, and we made a video called the 5 home exercises that can boost your running speed. Check it out right here. And the rest of you, I'm so glad to be with you, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Take care for now.